Now, if you're an athlete that wants to enhance their body composition by decreasing the percentage of body fat and maintaining or increasing the percentage of lean muscle mass while maintaining energy and endurance, boy, do we have a product for you. Now, again, as a recovering doctor, I studied cleanse products so much in medical school, which was never heard of it until now. But absolutely, I would recommend the cleanse product for fat burning in athletes to enhance their body composition.
All right, I got a quick follow-up question for you. Is it okay to cleanse when you're working out, those workout days?
Okay, let's set the stage here. I didn't hear much clapping in the back when they were talking about people exercising 3 days a week. So let's get the overall gamut here. We're dealing with couch potatoes that aspire to be active. We're dealing with active people that are aspiring to be fitness enthusiasts. We're dealing with fitness enthusiasts that are aspiring to be athletes. And if we're lucky, we're dealing with athletes that are aspiring to become elite athletes. So the answer is a little different depending on the category. If you're a fitness enthusiast and below, quite honestly, there's not going to be much difference with exercise on a cleanse day. Trust me, I do it all the time. If you're an athlete that's following a goal-oriented training program, then it's going to knock a hole in that. The cleanse is best left for a rest day. And Dr. Colgan, do you have anything to add to that?
Absolutely agree. The cleanse is best on the rest day.
All right, excellent. Very good. Well, let's go ahead and move to Dr. Colgan. First, Dr. Colgan, it's a privilege to connect with you. I've been doing some research on you. I'm very impressed with your history and working with athletes and so forth. Obviously, protein is a hot word in our company, and we've learned and heard so much. I want to hear, in your opinion or in your words, how is our Isagenix protein better than the common protein used in other products?
Right. There are more than 3,000 companies out there making protein shakes. More than 3,000. A lot of companies use whey because it's one of the best proteins. But most of the whey, about 82% by my research, is extracted with heat or acids, which denatures it. That is, it breaks the bonds between the amino acids, and consequently it's biologically much less effective than undenatured whey. Now, there are other companies out there that have undenatured whey. In fact, I designed one of the most popular supplements that's out there now, a whey protein supplement, which has been pretty much up in the marketplace, probably in the top 10 for the last 21 years. And I was very surprised when I came to Isagenix that they were using the same protein. But there is a difference between undenatured whey and undenatured whey that comes from cows that are range-fed, have no antibiotics and no hormones in them, and that is extracted by a cold cross-flow membrane process. And that's pretty exclusive, pretty expensive, and not a lot of companies use it because of the cost. But there still are other companies out there that use exactly the same protein as Isagenix. And people often ask me, so what's the factor? Why did you go to Isagenix when you designed protein supplements anyway? And I can tell you what the factor is. The factor is the master formulator, John Anderson. That's the factor that no other company has. When John, it's a long, long way from the protein that you take from the producer to the finished drink. And to put it together in a way that preserves it the way that John has, nobody else can do it. That's why I'm here.
Excellent. That's good to know. As an athlete, I've been taking different types of proteins my whole life, and I've noticed my body has responded instantly to this grade or this quality. So that's good to know. All right, Shane, let's talk to you for a second. You and I have something in common. I've torn my ACL out a couple times, and I know you recently recovered recover from an ACL tear. I'm curious to know how and why you went from recovering from that injury to now getting into bodybuilding.
Well, I think it comes down to the fact that I've been challenged with something I never have been challenged with before. At 37 years old, I was playing sports, playing indoor soccer, blew out my knee, tore both meniscus, went in, had surgery, and the doctor said no matter what you do, there's no amount of product, anything you can do to speed up recovery. Well, I used Isagenix the day before surgery, the day of surgery, the day after surgery. My doctor said nothing about stopping it, not taking it, whatever it was, because I didn't even give him an option. I just took it. And when I came out of surgery and I got into physical therapy and I started just challenging my body because I wasn't going to let me beat me. I'd never been down before. I'd never been not able to exercise. And it was such a mental mind game for me. I had to challenge myself with something of just getting back on 2 feet and feeling comfortable again. Well, that was May 10th. And in December 18th, I had to go back in for surgery to have another scope because I just pushed it so hard during physical therapy that I still had cartilage damage. So after that, I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to go back into sports yet. I don't feel like my knee is really ready for that. So I need something to challenge myself. And with anything, I think it's doing something that you've never done before. I think that was what was so kind of interesting. I've never done bodybuilding. And I thought, why not try it? Why not try it and do it from an all natural standpoint? Let's do it from a natural standpoint and see what Isagenix can really do for you. I want to see what it can really do. I already felt the difference in 3 days 7 years ago when I joined the company. That was my aha moment. But for this moment, I said, there's got to be something else that I can really challenge myself with. And I decided on June 1st. It was really kind of May, but June 1st, I said, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. And I hired a trainer. I hired a coach because I knew nothing about bodybuilding, and I said, look at my body, tell me what you think is possible, let's go at it. And he did, and I said, I'm going to use Isagenix, I'm not going to use anything else, and I said, I want to do a competition. And he said, okay, well, I think, we basically have about a 5-month goal, about a 20-week program, and he said, we'll see what you can do. And how many people have started something and you just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel? Because I